Okay. Fade in, interior study room, day. Jeff, Annie, Britta, Shirley, Troy, and Abed enter wearing ceremonial laser lotus robes and hats. The mood, obligatory post-funeral respectfulness. Troy puts a blue lava lamp, Pierce's energon pod, at Pierce's old spot.
Well, that was a weird afternoon.
I guess I knew Pierce was part of a weird futuristic cult, but I wasn't prepared for a funeral with so much beeping.
Well, let's not judge. Everyone has the right to whatever fake religion they delusionally choose.
Abed, you were by the coffin for a long time. Are you okay?
I'm okay. Although, Troy and Abed are in mourning.
Will you guys please stop doing that?
I couldn't believe you did it during your eulogy. So uncomfortable.
I don't think the audience caught that we were singing Morning with a View.
You were singing Morning with a U? Oh no.
I still don't fully understand the laser lotus theology. So Pierce's body was in the coffin and we buried it, but this energon pod contains his life vapor?
Yeah, it's all right here in this incredibly persuasive literature they passed out. Once you reach level 16, you can see the color blurple.
Of all the ridiculous cartoon nonsense, if there was a color blurple, the Lord keeps it hidden for a reason.
What up, N-Bombs? How was the funeral? Awesome?
No, Chang, our friend's funeral was not awesome. It was deeply sad, funeral style.
Excuse me? I thought you guys hated Pierce.
Oh, hell
No, we love Pierce. He's the best.
Stand to hate people.
You sure you're not just doing the whole respect the dead jiggling?
I think you have us mistaken for you, Chang.
I don't know. I definitely remember you complaining about him a lot.
We complained about him when he was alive. This is different.
I can't believe we're never gonna see him again.
Just a reminder you have to live life to the fullest. By the time Pierce was my age, he had already been fired from 15 jobs. I've only seen 2 police academies. The last 2.
Well, he's gone too soon, but won't be soon forgotten.
I would say you're quite correct, Mr. Winger.
Standing in the doorway is a severe-looking, emotionless man holding a briefcase. This is Mr. Stone.
Who the hell are you?
My name is Mr. Stone.
That's easy for you to say, and for us to say.
I work for Mr. Hawthorne. He specified in his will that no matter how natural in appearance the circumstances of his death, a private inquest should be conducted to determine whether any of you, his former study group, murdered him.
A polygraph reader, Mora, and her assistant wheel in a large polygraph machine.
To be cleared, you must all submit to a polygraph test.
Aw, schnizzle. You guys are all in trouble. Later.
Mr. Chang, I presume. You've also been listed as a suspect and are requested to participate.
Fine, but I asked the question.
I'm afraid I can't allow that.
All right, then just the fine part.
Suddenly, there is a hiss of escaping air. Angle and Troy, who has been toying with the energon pod. Life vapor is leaking out of lava lamp at a high velocity.
Whoa, we're losing Pierce! Everyone, quickly!
Oh!
Someone get a balloon!
Give me some rope, time to dream. Give me the hope to run out of steam. Somebody said it could be here. We could be roped up, tied up, dead in a year. I can't count the reasons I should stay. One by one, they all just fade away.
Act 1. Fade in, interior study room, moments later. Mora and her assistant hook Chang and the gang up to the machine with Velcro wrist cuff sensors.
I've always wanted to try a polygraph. They're like the pie fight of cop movies.
Or the acupuncture of the legal system.
I can't believe Pierce would think we might murder him.
Yeah, what a waste of murder. He was like 79.
I don't suppose anyone wants to know I consider this a violation.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, it's just Pierce being Pierce. Just find a wish.
If I had a final wish, I'd use it to stay alive.
Let's do it. How do we begin?
We're going to start with Miss Perry. Please state your name.
Britta Perry.
You ever had thoughts of violence towards Pierce Hawthorne?
No.
Lie.
I mean, I may have wanted to slap him now and again, but I didn't kill him.
In all of your sexual fantasies about Pierce Hawthorne, none of them involved his murder?
What? No.
But you have had sexual fantasies about Mr. Hawthorne.
No, what kind of a question is that?
I'm asking the questions just as Mr. Hawthorne wrote them down, I assure you. Mr. Winger, state your name.
Jeffrey Winger.
Are you gay?
No.
Are you sure you're not gay?
Yes.
Gay murderer says what?
What?
He's telling the truth.
I've been instructed to point out that that means you're gay. Miss Bennett, please state your name.
Shirley Bennett.
Are you a dishonest person?
No.
She thinks that's true.
You could have just said no. I'm watching you acting scientific by adding your 2 cents to everything, huh? Continue.
Is it true that you're a platinum level donor with the pro-life organization prenatalpatriots.org?
What?
Keep it cool, girls.
It's my money. It's my choice.
Yeah, well, if I wanted that government in my uterus, I'd fill it with oil and Hispanic voters.
Annie makes a disgusted face.
Keep it frosty, ladies. Don't let your goats get got.
Mr. Barnes, state your name.
Troy Barnes. Oh, I meant to say Butts Carlton.
He did mean to say Butts Carlton.
She said it.
Mr. Barnes, did you get angry when Mr. Hawthorne told you Fat Albert died of diabetes?
Yes, like any American would.
Angry enough to murder him?
No.
Is it true that you and Abed Nadir had an elaborate doomsday escape plan to be used in the event of zombie attacks?
We might have a designated rendezvous point and a couple of bug-out bags filled with gold coins and condoms, just in case we need to bargain our way onto a boat.
Everyone looks confused.
The gold coins are for buying food.
Does your doomsday plan account for the welfare of any of your other friends?
Britta raises her eyebrows at Troy.
Pass?
Answer the question.
No.
Troy, rude!
It's a doomsday plan, not a picnic plan. Do you really want to witness the horrors we might have to endure just to get on a boat?
I guess not.
That's a lie.
He's doing it again. Pierce is doing it again.
Mr. Chang, please state your name.
Benjamin Franklin Chang. Ready to deal out the truth? Nothing to hide? Let's do this.
Have you ever masturbated in the study room?
Without a word, Chang unhooks himself from the machine and walks right out of the room. The others are horrified.
Mr. Nadir, state your name.
But Nadir?
Have you ever 9/11'd anyone?
Nope.
When you were a child, did you ever kill a squirrel with a slingshot and were surprised you felt nothing and wondered if you were capable of doing it to a human?
Pause. Everyone fearfully leans in, anticipating his answer.
No.
Mora nods. Everyone exhales.
Do you and Travis proactively use Jeff's Netflix account without his permission?
Wait, what?
You told Pierce that?
You logged in at our place and never logged out, so we use it.
Is that why my review of The Grey is constantly changing?
Yes. Stop giving it 4 stars.
I like Liam Neeson.
Then send him a message about the rules he chooses.
Look, this is not the issue. You're stealing from me. All of you.
Annie.
Annie,
Annie.
why?
Are you okay?
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
And me.
And as your roommate, you're making me an accomplice. I had no idea.
Lie.
Why did I even try that?
State your name, please, miss.
Annie Edison.
Miss Edison, did you use your exceptional intelligence and organizational skills to plot the foolproof murder of Pierce Hawthorne?
Aw. And no.
Is it true that you overcharged Troy and Abed for their share of the rent?
Troy and Abed exchange a look.
Pierce.
Annie?
Yes, but for a good reason. You guys know you're bad with money. I padded your share of the rent by $10, and I've been putting it into a savings account that yields 4%. You'll be thanking me in 6 years when you find out that you have $86. That's jacket money.
Oh, did you hear that, Abed? We've been washing paper plates and making our own toothpaste, but don't you worry. By the time we have robot bodies on the moon, we can share a free jacket.
Annie, you should know better than to hoard money. That's the stereotype.
Was that anti-Semitism?
No, that's sensitivity. It's anti-Semitic to do things like that when you know full well you're Jewish.
Whoa.
We could have bought a tire for our tire swing with that money.
Or your own Netflix account.
Liam Neeson? Not
Your
that
rating
great.
system is flawed.
Password once and for all.
All right,
The entire group stares at him.
let's begin.
Wait, what? Wait, what do you mean begin?
Well, that completes the calibration round of questioning. We're ready to begin the formal inquest.
I think we're ready to end. We've humored this long enough.
Jeff, it's for Pierce.
Look, respect for the dead is only a thing because the dead usually don't do any more damage.
Narrator? We might have
The rest
lost her.
Muhammad's in agreement and starts detaching their cuffs.
You can quit anytime you like, but it should be noted Mr. Hawthorne's estate is worth over $20 million, and only those cleared of his murder can receive their bequeathments.
The group stops. They look at each other.
I'm only going to say this once. Clearly, Pierce is trying to lure us into a labyrinth of emotional manipulation and strategic instigation. And I think we're all smart enough to know we should quit while we're not ahead.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Agree.
Yeah, I do think we should quit while we're ahead.
Big time.
They're all lying.
We all know that, you judgmental bitch!
End of Act 1. Act 2, fade in. Interior study room. Moments later, Mr. Stone begins the official deposition.
Miss Perry, have you ever eaten at the sandwich shop started by Mrs. Bennett and Mr. Hawthorne?
Yes.
And what sandwich would you order from Shirley's Sandwiches?
The only one I can. The Helen of Soy with no mayo.
Helen of Soy.
Are you aware that in order to save money, Shirley stopped using real tofu and replaced it with a Midwestern tofu substitute called meatfu?
Oh my god! Ugh!
It's still not actually meat. Legally.
You have never respected anything that I hold sacred.
I'm sorry!
Shirley, did you know that Britta was high on marijuana at your son's baptism?
I'm sorry?
Well, no higher than usual.
Not true.
You did drugs in my church?
No, I did drugs in the parking lot of your church. How else do you expect somebody to sit through something like that? At least with a bris, there's an element of suspense.
Well, next time I'll have Cheech and Chong do the warm-up.
Guys! These questions are obviously designed to turn us against each other. If we want to beat Pierce at his own game, we have to own up to our mistakes and forgive each other.
Mr. Winger, is it true that you keep trophies of your sexual conquests?
In a church, Britta? For shame! That's where Jesus gets his mail.
Answer the question, Adrian Grody.
I know what Pierce is referring to. I have a box of forgotten items in my apartment, and I happen to be a single male. Visitors leave things. A lot of things.
Sorry. Is one of your trophies a pair of Miss Perry's panties?
You told me a hawk stole them! You exploited me and made me believe in a slightly more magical world!
If you want to collect women's underwear, can't you just buy them?
They have to be won in battle.
Jeffrey!
Awesome.
Look, I think we can all agree that the gross thing here is that Pierce is snooping through my stuff.
Not really. Albert and I go through your stuff all the time. Why do you keep your bread in the freezer?
And why does your bathroom mirror say you're special when you fog it up?
Look, I don't have to answer these questions. Whoa! You took a shower?
Mr. Barnes.
Okay, I did it, okay? I killed Pierce!
Lie.
Okay, good, I was just making sure.
Mr. Barnes, you and Abed Nadir have a specialized exclusive handshake that you refuse to do with your other friends.
Absolutely.
Mr. Barnes, did you invent that handshake?
Yes?
Lie. Abed looks at Troy. Troy looks at Abed, terrified.
Mr. Barnes, are you a subscriber to the video blog Fun for Friends?
No?
Lie.
Shut your mouth, wench!
Abed is already on his phone typing something in. He's watching a video featuring a guy, Kevin, standing next to Kyle, another guy, in a garage.
Hi, I'm Kevin. This is Kyle. And here's a fun handshake you can do with your best friend. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to rate us, comment, and subscribe.
Can't look at you right now.
You should know I'm crying.
I forgive you, but only to escape the established pattern of self-righteous indignation followed by immediate comeuppance.
Mr. Nadir.
Okay, I guess it's happening anyways. You broke my heart. Continue.
Is it true that you planted geo-trafficking devices on everyone in the group so that you know where they are at all times?
Yes.
Full stop. The group is shocked. They openly gape at Abed.
Okay, you guys are changing your faces. Are you mad at me or hungry?
You're tracking us? We're mad at you, Abed.
Why?
Because we already live in a totalitarian surveillance state. Do you not read my status updates?
But I'm not the government, I'm your friend.
That's what governments say, Nimrod.
It's cool. When one of you gets kidnapped, you'll be glad you don't have to count the bumps on the highway from the trunk of a car.
Are those blinking dots us? What's this one on the way up to the side?
That's where Pierce is buried.
There's a moment of shocked silence.
Is that why you were spending so much time by the coffin?
I was trying to get it back. They're expensive, and he's not moving anymore.
Abed, where did you plant these things?
If it makes you feel any better, you'll never find them.
I know you know it's wrong to do that without telling us. Shame on you.
Okay, I'm ashamed. Lie.
Lie.
Miss Edison, is it true you once secretly dosed the members of your study group with the pharmaceutical amphetamine?
Everyone's eyes are on Annie.
Hmm?
She adjusts her hair. The group stares, waiting for her answer.
Oh, yes, kind of.
What?
It sounds worse on paper than it was. We were cramming for the anthro final. Everyone was falling asleep. I put 5 milligrams of something something in your coffees and we all got an A. Done.
I'm a bad person for tracking your location, but you altered my brain chemistry? I was up for 3 days that week. I invented an entire language, you flitzbarp and gitzgorg.
I'm sorry.
You messed with my brain. That's a big deal. This is a big deal. I don't mess with your brain, Annie.
You kinda do.
I don't think I do.
What about her Facebook boyfriend?
What?
That's different.
You made a profile for a fake dude and lured her into an online relationship? He's catfishing you.
Your Olympic pole vaulting hopeful Brent Underjaw?
I noticed whenever you were in a relationship, you hummed a lot and made pancakes in the morning. It wasn't about hurting you. I did what I did in the name of breakfast.
I bore my soul to you. I told you about my holding hands at Disneyland fantasy. Do you care about people at all, Abed? Answer on the polygraph.
Everyone looks at Abed. He makes a decision.
Jeff made me apply for handicap parking so he could get a better spot.
But here's the one that invited Garrett to Annie's birthday party.
Troy won't sit on a toilet seat after Jeff.
When we're alone, Shirley refers to you guys as those people.
Oh, when Annie's with the females, dude, she calls Jeff her uncle.
Shirley thinks we're all going to hell.
You are all going to hell, and it's God who thinks
Oh,
that.
come on!
Oh, what?
You're not necessarily going to hell. I mean, what even is hell?
All of those panties. Guys, stop! We have to stop letting Pierce do this to us.
Mr. Hawthorne hasn't asked a question in some time, Mr. Wigger.
This sinks in with the group.
He's right. I actually forgot for a second that Pierce was dead.
Maybe that's what he wanted.
Maybe he wanted us to know we're no better off without him.
Or no better than him.
He kind of nailed it, didn't he?
Suddenly, Chang re enters.
I didn't just masturbate in the study room. I masturbated everywhere. Everywhere!
The group stares at Chang.
Good for the soul. You guys should try it sometime.
He exits again. End of Act 2. Act 3. Fade in interior study room moments later. The group sits unhappily around the room, hands still in their cuffs, unsure of what to do.
There's another round of questions if you'd like to continue.
You want to give us a moment to sit in our own filth before you heap another bucket on us?
It's strange after all these years how much we've kept hidden from each other. You'd think by now we would have learned to be better people.
I think we got into this mess by thinking there was such a thing as better people. Whoa. Wait. That's it. If we're no better than Pierce, and Pierce is no worse than us, then that means nobody's really that bad. So what if we're willing to inflict pain at the mere prospect of material reward? If we stop now, that doesn't make us better. It just makes us so dishonest that we would rather be poor than admit we're flawed. Pierce admitted he was flawed, and he died rich. Let's celebrate his life and death in the honest way. Not by saying fake nice things around a casket, but by admitting we're monsters and clawing joyfully for some of his cash. So, does anybody else have anything left to say before we continue? Right now, let's empty our tanks of lies once and for all. I'm Jeff Winger, and if I had my choice, I would rather look at myself naked than the women I sleep with.
I'm the one who hit Jeff's Lexus in the parking lot. It wasn't a taco truck, and it was racist of me to improvise such an ethnically specific vehicle.
I only give money to homeless people when I'm walking with someone.
I've never been to Legoland. I just wanted you guys to think I was cool.
I can be a passive aggressive sometimes. Don't everybody disagree at once. Oh Lord, I did it again.
When any of you chew gum, I want to punch you. You may as well have submachine guns in your mouths. It vibrates my skull.
Everybody clear now?
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Stone, hit us with your grand finale. May it be as brutal as we deserve.
All right. Mr. Hawthorne's final round of questions. Britta Perry,
Britta braces herself.
do you know that you hate yourself more than you should, and that your passion inspired me?
Everyone is surprised by the tone shift.
No.
That's true. She didn't know.
To Miss Perry, I leave my iPod Nano filled with music to take life less seriously by.
The assistant places an iPod Nano in front of Britta.
Oh, that's nice.
I also leave you this liquid nitrogen-cooled cylinder of my hypervirile sperm, in case your lesbian lifestyle one day wears out and you wish to raise an army of geniuses.
The assistant places a silver, futuristic-looking cylinder, smoky with dry ice, on the table in front of her. She stares at the cylinder, stunned and disgusted.
Shirley,
Hmm?
did you know that you are not only a credit to your race and gender, but to our species, and that I was intimidated by your strength of character and business acumen?
Yes.
To Shirley Bennett, I leave my spacious timeshare in Florida,
Oh.
where she can take what's his name and however many children she has now.
Uh-huh.
I also leave you a cylinder of my sperm.
The assistant places a cylinder in front of Shirley.
Oh.
Annie Edison,
Annie looks up in anticipation.
did you know that you were always my favorite?
Yeah, you mentioned it once, but
I leave you this tiara, which you once refused to accept. It's the same tiara that I used to wear when my mother would verbally assault me for not being a little girl. Also sperm.
Sperm is placed.
Jeff Winger, did you know you're gay?
No.
Agree to disagree. To you, I leave this bottle of fine scotch, so that you're less tempted to drink this cylinder of even finer sperm.
A box of fine scotch and sperm cylinder are placed in front of Jeff.
Abed Nadir, Did you know that you are insane and nothing that you said ever made any sense to me?
Yes.
Here is your sperm.
Sperm is placed in front of Abed.
Troy Barnes, did you know that you possess the greatest gift life can give? The heart of a hero. And that it's up to you not to waste it like I did.
I think.
To Troy, I leave the obligatory sperm.
A sperm cylinder is placed in front of Troy.
Maybe it's because everyone else got one and because it's an old man's semen, but I'm kind of disappointed.
The group nods.
In addition, I am prepared to leave Troy Barnes my remaining shares in the Hawthorne Wipes Company, currently valued at $14.3 million.
Everyone gasps in awe. Troy is expressionless.
On one condition. You must first sail my boat, the Childish Tycoon, by yourself around the entire world.
What?
Again with the bait and switch.
When I was 23, my father asked me to do the same thing to earn my adulthood and his fortune. Of course, I cheated and floated off the coast of Belize for a year doing coke with John Denver. I always regretted it. I'd like to give you a chance to do what I never did, become your own man.
Okay, I'm a lawyer, Troy. It should be possible to contest conditions as unreasonable and inhumane.
I'll do it.
And Pierce can take his mind games and his sperm and he can put them right back where they came from.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
What?
Everyone stares in shocked silence.
Troy?
Look, Pierce was a crazy old coot, yeah, but I think he knew something about me that even I didn't know until now. Because he's offering me something I've been searching for my whole life.
The group listens closely to Troy's every word.
Millions of dollars. And being a man or whatever he said.
Jeff,
say something.
say something.
I'm speechless.
Everyone just stares at each other, incredulous.
Somebody say something. Abed?
Abed stares at a point in the distance without really saying anything.
Cool. Cool.
That's a lie.
End of Act 3. End tag, interior bar, night. The gang is at a bar with Mr. Stone, who is in the middle of downing a huge stein of beer all at once. Stone is way more drunk than everyone else.
And then the sperm came down? I mean, I couldn't say anything, but oh my god, I was gonna explode. And then that last question with all that nice stuff out on the table, and you guys were having this discussion about like whether or not to quit. At first I was like, but you did it. You did it. It was amazing. You're amazing, man. Oh, guys, this is the best. We should do this every week. Well, I'm a fun guy, you know. I mean, you talk about lying? I was lying the whole time. This is who I really am. This is me. This is the real me. I'm artistic. Like, ideas come to me all the time. I had this idea for a movie. It's about sorry. Ideas come to me all the time. I have this idea for a movie. It's about this guy who oversees polygraph tests, and the biggest obstacle is like how good looking he is. People can't focus and tell the truth. It's unbelievable.
By the way, we never found out how Pierce died.
Oh my god, I can't even believe I didn't tell you yet. It was dehydration from filling up all the cylinders. I mean, it's how I want to go, but hey, I'm a little nutty.
He downs another swig of beer.
Hey, are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? Shots!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Good job.
I've heard
Great job, everybody.
Drunk Stone, drunk Stone.
No, I'm sorry for missing my line.
Drunk Stone.
Drunk Stone.
You're good.